Get back here. Back here, you. I need you.
Hi, my
Get in
name's
here.
Neil McCoy Ward, and I want to welcome
We
you
don't
to
need
the
them.
channel today,
Alright.
especially if this is your first
It's like
time.
it's a town thing,
So we're
not a
gonna get
job
into some
crisis
deep
thing.
content
It's like I
today.
don't
We're
even
gonna
know.
be
You
talking
call it a
about
crisis
a
doesn't
very,
mean that
very
the
big area,
town
which is
downtown
the
has a
jobs
problem.
crisis
You have a
that
market
is about
fucking
to hit
problem
the
that says they
United
couldn't
States.
support a
But not just the
system.
United
You
States.
have
I believe
bullshit
this will be
problems
a
that cause
global
inflation in the
jobs
standards, so it
crisis,
has nothing to do with the jobs.
especially
Supply and
for
demand go up. I
Western
lose
nations. So what
workers,
am I
the
talking
value
about?
of my
I'm not talking
product,
about
if
the
people want it,
crisis
go
that
up. Of course, the
already
problem with that
happened
direct
and exists
equation, if
in
there's
the
another business
lower
putting to
job
it, making the
sectors,
sales
fast
on that,
food,
making
the
expansion
restaurant
on what those
industry,
things are,
tourism,
then the
things
fucking
like
jobs
that.
are over there,
But
and I
what
have
I'm
to wait
talking
on the
about is
phase
a
operator for
crisis
that
that's gonna
company
be
to be big
coming,
enough to support this while they're
this
training some
fall,
cowboys
especially
and
into
manager in there getting his
2022,
dick
which
kicked
is
in.
going to
And
affect
meanwhile,
middle
that dude's going to
management
quit
as
because as
well,
soon as you hire
and some
somebody
more
on
senior
that takes off the
positions.
load for the work
So
that
there
they
have been a
do,
lot
or
of
their skill
studies
set
and
says they're higher
surveys into those
management inside here, and you
people who
don't
have
put the
been
differential
working
back,
from
they're going to
home,
quit.
working
And then you're going to
remotely. Now
destabilize the
remember,
system below it
working
because they
remotely
needed a
doesn't
system like that,
necessarily
which
just
sure
mean
as shit
working
wasn't
at
some
home.
cowboy in
A lot
charge
of
of what it
people
was,
have
at
gone
least the
traveling during this period as
demonstration
well.
and
They're working out
examples
of other countries, more like
exposed
digital
information
nomadic,
that changes everybody's
living and
trajectories
working.
on
This
what they're
also accounts
supposed to
for
do
a
for this work
proportion of the
crisis, short of
population,
voting for somebody.
Millennials, Generation Z, etc. So of all the people surveyed,
So what do I suggest you do? I suggest you go downtown and start working in the stone mill and say, hey, instead of paying taxes on that, I'm going to use that tax for my own insurance. I'm going to use that tax for my retirement, state and local at this point in time. And when the stone mill gets a little beat up because the road sets up, I'm going to have to buy concrete. I'm going to have to buy asphalt in terms of that company's design instead of letting somebody else on the road crew do it. Or I'm going to have to pay off pitting on that road because high probability rabbits on there be truckers, aren't they? And that beats that road up on a regular standard to something different. And why would I go so far out of my state budget that it would go to New York City's fucking infrastructure crew? Maybe you shouldn't get so damn big, or be efficient, or be more efficient about the laborers you have instead of letting them do meth on New York City streets, or heroin, or letting them live.
The last year and a few months, a lot of the mass migration that we've seen in the housing market, which of course
yeah, meth addict that need
on the
Narcan.
channel,
If it was
and
up to me, I'd write the
for
policy
you,
that says
has
just watch them on
come from
POV,
this
foam at the
group.
mouth,
So
and
these are
die.
white-collar workers.
That's how you get
So
out
if
of
you
it.
think about this
It's like,
logically,
that's not
if you've just
moral
spent
and
the last
okay in
year
system. Yeah, it is.
trying to find a home,
You're
you've been
defining a
competing with
definition to
other
only
people,
have
you've
one
been
value
bidding
when the
wars,
offset
you've
of
been
those things
looking,
have legal
outside
precedence
the
across
city,
the
things
board
like
in
that.
many Supreme
Why
Court
would you want to
cases.
move
Many,
back to
not
the
just
city
one.
within the same year and pay
What makes the
fees
difference?
for
A
selling your
delta
home
B,
again, all this?
or
You
excuse
don't.
me,
So
A
a
plus
lot of
B
people
equals
now
C
are
in Pythagorean
choosing,
theorem,
and
A
especially
delta
with the crisis
B in
we
this
have,
situation,
with so
make it
many
a
job vacancies, a
rectangle
lot of
inside of
people
this
can be
system
picky and
mathematically,
choosy
P
and are
parentheses
deciding to
X,
work
Y,
remotely. So of
parentheses
course this is
equal
causing
to
a
both
clash
ways
because
with
a
this
lot of
fancy fucking
employers
arrow.
want
That's
their
not
staff back in the
momentum by any
offices now,
standards in
and the
one
staff
string of
don't want
bullshit.
to
No, no,
go,
no.
and
I'm
they
going to
don't
go
have
through
to
here,
go.
and I'm
So
going to come
right
back
now we've
here,
got this
talk on
huge
this part, and talk
conflict
about how
because
it's this part
employees
right
know
here,
that they can
short
be
of P
choosy,
being
a
this,
lot more
and T and S to the
picky on the job.
differential of
And it's also
X and Y, or
proven
M
that
and
people
1,
who
or
are
whatever
loyal to
value
their
inside of here
employers
correlates the
actually earn
program
as
of
much as
A and this little
50%
fancy
less
arrow
than
that
those
starts the
people that
code
change
program of
jobs
the bits
every
and
2 or
bytes
3
based on the
years.
fucking pin
Now, there's another
systems.
downside with changing
The
jobs, which
MOSs,
I've
or the
noticed
switch,
a lot
or
as
the
well. If
transistor.
you're enjoying this video so far,
Right,
do me
where are
a
the
quick
switches
favor,
and
just click
transistors?
the
Are they
like
supposed to be
button
mapped? Is there a
and
position in the
subscribe if you
sector that
haven't
needs
already.
management
And
for
please
those
leave me a
things,
comment.
maintenance
What
for
do you
those
think
things,
about this whole
replacements on
crisis
those
that's
things,
going on? And that is
renormalization,
that
up to date
if
with
you
better
are
equipment
loyal to your
that can fit
company,
into the
stay with
breadboard without me
company,
ripping the
when it comes
breadboard
to
apart to
layoffs, a
reprogram
lot
it
of
every
the
time
time,
some
the people who
fuckface
are
gets
quite
out of here and
loyal
decides to have a
obviously they're
goddamn
earning
program,
less
burn it down
because
so
they've
they can
stayed
make
there
10
and haven't
cents.
negotiated their salary up. They're often not the ones to get cut.
What's the problem with
But
the
the people
job
who
crisis?
jump
You
ship
think that you're a damn
regularly and
quantum
change jobs
physicist, a
every year or two.
politician, a
There's an
psychologist,
expression in England, I
a
don't know
team
if it carries
lead,
into the rest
a
of the world, but
fucking
the expression is last one in, first one
motivational
out.
coach.
And this is
You're
very,
not.
very common.
Piece
A
of
lot
shit.
employers
Named Larry,
and
trying to make
recruitment
money.
and
Go
HR
fucking
will
work.
tell you
Go
this.
grab
One
somebody.
of the things
Be
that's
more
easy to
efficient with
do
them
is
than they
just to
really
let go
were
of
and make
people
5 cents
who
on it.
are
The
the
problem
biggest
is that
into a
dude's going to be
So of
worth
course there are
$100 that day, where you
downsides and
make
there are
5 cents
benefits of
actually being,
staying in
hey,
the same
get that thing
company
over
or
there.
leaving
That's
the
be a
company.
better
But one of the
timeline on
statistics
this.
that really
And maybe
surprised me the
if
most
you
was
had
from
enough of them going on that you could actually
which is an
track and
online
handle
recruitment
inside here, you would be
company.
worth
And
it,
they
you
say, and I don't
fuckers.
know if this statistic is true because it's so